Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make an easy baby blanket that's perfect for your little one. It's cozy, cuddly, and warm. You can find the free written pattern on my website at julesandjones.com, and you can find the link for that in the description box below. Here are some of the materials that you are going to need to make this blanket. So before we begin our tutorial, I just wanted to go over the yarns that you'll be using for this pattern because you're going to be using 3 different colors. 2 of the yarns are the same weight and then the other yarn is a different weight. But I personally think that the weights are very similar, so I think you can get away with using 3 of the same weights. Anyhow, the first 2 yarns that you'll be using is Hobby Lobby's Yarn Bee Bamboo-Tiful yarn, and you're going to need it in the colors linen and in the color white. And then the next yarn is Hobby Lobby's 100% DK weight yarn. And so this is a very lightly spun yarn. Okay, so you'll be using these 3 yarns for the project. Now, a list or a note on substitutions. So if for some reason you can't find any of these yarns, or if you just want to use a different brand, a great substitute for the Yarn Bee Bamboo-Tiful yarn is a line brand Kobu yarn. So which is this one right here. So this is also made from cotton and bamboo. It's literally the exact same yarn. The only difference is that the Hobby Lobby one has more yardage compared to the Lion brand one, okay? But this one does have more colors. So if you want to choose some different colors, then I would go with the Lion brand Kobu one. Just make sure that if you do switch the yarns that you take note of the yardage. Okay, and so the next yarn that you'll be using is the DK one. And so if you can't get a hold of this one, Hobby has a great version of this. It's very similar to Lion Brand's homespun yarn. So I'll go ahead and list that in the description box. But if you didn't want to use this yarn or you really can't find it at all, you could also just use this yarn again, just in a different color. Okay, so you've got a couple of different yarns that you can use for this pattern. All right, so now that we have the yarns out of the way, or what you're going to need, you are also just going to need a 4.0 millimeter crochet hook, which is the letter size G. Then you're just going to need a pair of scissors for this pattern to cut in between ends. And then you might find a stitch marker helpful when we make the first stitch, which is Suzette stitch. All right, okay, so let's go ahead and get started with this tutorial. Okay, so this pattern is made using just 2 different stitches. So all you need to know for this pattern is just single crochet and double crochet. So you're going to make several rows of the Suzette stitch, which is a combination of single crochet and double crochet. And then once you've made quite a few rows of that, then you're going to work a couple of single crochet rows. Okay, so it's very simple and easy to make. So to start the pattern, you want to chain 120, and then if you want to make a swatch like I'm going to do for this tutorial, you want to chain 12. All right, so first we need to make a slip knot though. So go ahead and grab the tail end of your yarn, and you are just going to wrap it around your finger twice. Then you're going to take the back piece, push it over the front piece, and then take the front piece and push that over the back piece and over your finger. And then you're just going to pull tight. Now you're going to grab your crochet hook, insert it into that loop that you made, and then pull tight one more time. So it's nice and snug, but not too tight. Okay, so I'm going to just be chaining 12. So to make a chain, just yarn over and pull through. So that's my first one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so once you've made your 12 chains or your 120 chains, you are going to work a single crochet and a double crochet in the second chain from the hook. So here's my hook, here's my first chain, and that's my second chain. Okay, so to work a single crochet, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over and pull through, then yarn over one more time and pull through those 2 loops on your hook. And that's how you make a single crochet. Now we're going to make a double crochet in that same chain space, okay? So for a double crochet, yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over and pull through. You should have 3 loops on your hook, 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. And that's how you make a double crochet. And so you should have something that looks like this. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to skip the next chain and we're going to work a single crochet and double crochet in the following chain. So to make a single crochet again, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through those 2 loops. Now we're going to make a double crochet in that same chain, so yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops, and then yarn over, pull through the next 2 loops. And there you go. So now it should look like this. Okay, and so now we're just going to repeat that sequence until your last 2 chains. So skip the next chain and make a single crochet and double crochet in the following chain. Skip the next chain, make your single and double. Skip the next chain and make a single crochet and double crochet. All right, now I have 2 chains left, and so now what you're going to do is you're going to skip the next chain and just make 1 single crochet in the last chain. All right, and now you should have something that looks like this. And so just a helpful tip for you all when making the Suzette stitch, sometimes that first stitch can be very slanted. So what you could always do is you could grab your stitch marker and you could insert it into that first stitch that you made, that single crochet. And this will help you with row 2. All right, so that is how you make the first row. So let's go ahead and start our second row. For our second row, we are going to chain 1. We're going to turn our work, and now we're going to make a single crochet and double crochet in the first stitch. So that first stitch is the single crochet from the previous row. So here's my first stitch, and now we're just going to make a single crochet and a double crochet. Okay, and so now what we're going to do is we're going to skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and double crochet in the following stitch. Okay, so very similar to row 1. So we're going to insert our hook into that stitch, make your single crochet, and then make your double crochet. And so that is our sequence for row 2 until your last 2 stitches. So we're going to skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and a double crochet, skip the next stitch and make a single crochet and double crochet, skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and double crochet. All right, so now I have 2 stitches left. So I have one right here and right here. And see how this last one is a bit slanted, and so that's why a stitch marker can be very helpful. Okay, so I'm just going to head and take my stitch marker out, and we're going to skip our next stitch and work a single crochet in the last stitch. All right, and that completes row 2. So now for row 3 and all the rows afterwards until you get to your single crochet row, you are just going to repeat row 2. So you would just chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to work a single crochet and double crochet in that first stitch again. And then you would skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and double crochet. Skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and double crochet. Skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and double crochet. Skip the next stitch and work a single crochet and double crochet. All right, I'm at my last 2 stitches here, so we're going to skip the next stitch and work a single crochet in the last stitch. Now, before we continue on with this, we're also going to make our color change right away because you are going to be making the Suzette stitch with a different color. So let's go over how we would do that. So here I'm at my last stitch. I would insert it into my stitch, of course, my hook into my stitch. I would yarn over for the first step of my single crochet. So I have something that looks like this. And then I would pull my next color, so it's the white color. I'm just going to unwind it here real quick. And I would finish off my single crochet with the white yarn. So what you want to do is you want to just drape the white yarn over your hook, just like this. So I'm holding it from the back, and I'm just going to pull the white yarn through those 2 loops to finish off my single crochet, and then you can just tighten it in the back. And that's it. That's how you would make a color change. Okay, so let's go ahead and complete row 4 of the Suzette stitch so you can see how that will work. So we're just going to repeat row 2 again. So we're going to chain 1, turn our work, and we're going to make a single crochet and a double crochet. And after you've made this stitch, you can even tighten it a bit more. So you can just pull it very carefully. There you go. So it looks better. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish this row. So skip the next stitch, make your single crochet and double crochet. Skip the next stitch, make a single and double. Skip our next stitch and make a single and double. Skip our next stitch, make a single crochet and double crochet. And then we're going to have 2 stitches left over. And then you would skip the next stitch and make your single crochet. All right, so now that we've made the Suzette stitch and that you know how to make it, the pattern's going to call for you to make a single crochet stitch. Okay, so that's the stitches that we've been doing the whole time. And so for this part, you would want to go ahead and grab the next colored yarn. And so I just completed my single crochet, so I'm just going to take it out and add the next color. So I'm just going to take it slightly out here, or just all the way. And I would grab my next color, which is this one. Just find my end here. And it is right here. Okay, and I'm just going to insert my hook back into that loop, right into that stitch here. I'm just going to make half of my single crochet. Then I'm going to grab my next color. I'm going to drape it over that hook, make sure my finger is holding it from the back, and pull it through. And then what you would want to do is you would want to chain 1, tighten your work in a minute, and you can also go ahead and snip your yarn at this point. Okay, and then you would work a single crochet in the first stitch, and then a single crochet in every other stitch. Okay, so you would work a single crochet in the next stitch, and then continue to do that all the way through. All right, just like this. Until the end of our row. And I'll show you here what it looks like. It'll look something like this. Okay, so it's kind of hard to tell on camera here, but I'm hoping you can see a little bit of this color right here. It's a little bit more creamier than the white. But that is essentially how you make the pattern. So you work quite a few rows of the Suzette stitch, and then you work a couple of rows of single crochet. All right, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to make this baby blanket. I went ahead and worked up a few more rows of the single crochet rows. So I'm hoping you can tell a little bit better. It's kind of hard to see with the color scheme that I chose for the blanket. But as you can tell, the pattern is just very easy and simple. It's just made using single crochet and double crochet. But if you have any questions on this pattern, feel free to leave them in the comment section and I'll make sure to answer them. And then you can find the link to the free pattern in the description box. And on the blog post, you'll find everything that you need, as well as the substitutions listed and all the pattern notes and directions. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and I will see you guys in my next one. Have a good day. Bye.